Hey, third graders, how you doing? So it's Art Monday, and we are going to get really into our imaginations today. We're going to look for pictures in our everyday surroundings that are just kind of accidentally there. So what we're going to be doing today is almost like exercise for our imaginations. And this idea comes from way back. Leonardo da Vinci, the great artist and inventor, in his advice to artists, which he would write out in his little notebooks, one of the things that he suggested that artists do is to look at random shapes like clouds or cracks in the wall and look for pictures in those random shapes that you can just find around you. So, I've been spending a lot of time in my home, and I know you've been spending a lot of time in yours, and I've been finding a lot of stuff like that, just kind of looking around sometimes, and I'm going to share some of the ones that I've found with you, and, I'd like to see what you guys can come up with. We did a little bit of this, well, some of you were doing a little bit of this a couple of weeks ago when you did your crumpled paper drawings. I saw you were drawing animals and faces that you saw in the crumpled paper. So this is really what you were doing there. This is today's art assignment. Okay, so let's check some of this out. This is my daughter's bedroom, and this is one of my favorite places to find things because this ceiling, when I read a bedtime story to my daughter, I'm looking at this ceiling and I see so many cool things on this ceiling. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to make that a little darker so you can see better. Okay, so some of the things, I don't know, maybe you can see things already. I see so many pictures in here. So I'll try to point to some of them. I see a bird. Like this is its head, its beak over there. I see one of my favorite ones is this. A lot of them overlap each other. One of my favorite ones is this. It's like a little girl elephant here. I don't know if you... I'm going to draw some of these later so you can see what I mean. This over here, he's like this funny caveman character. He's got like a big nose and long hair over you don't even see his eyes, and that's his mouth. There's another elephant in here. The elephant overlaps the caveman, and this is like a grown-up elephant. And this is its... Oh no. Oh, okay, we're back. And this is its trunk. And there's a really strange looking character over here. No one can ever see him. I keep trying to point him out, but people can't tell what I'm talking about. So anyway, there's a lot of things on this ceiling. This ceiling is one of the best places for found pictures that I've ever seen, and they're like all on top of each other. So now we're in my kitchen, and this is the linoleum floor of the kitchen, and I see this head here of a man. He kind of looks like Abraham Lincoln or something. He's got like a beard. That's his nose. It's his brow. And I see This is more like a monster face over here. And, oh boy. Oh, there's a lot of faces in here. This looks almost like some kind of troll type character. I always see a lot of faces. That's what I see a lot of. So, what you're looking at is a photograph of my daughter's ceiling and then a little drawing app so that I can show you what I see. Because what I've noticed is that no one ever can really see what I'm talking about. And also, when they see things, it's hard for me to tell what they're talking about. Maybe you were able to see some of the things I saw, maybe not. Okay, so I zoomed in on the little elephant girl. She's a crying elephant girl. Can you see her? I'm going to put a circle around her. Put a little circle around her. Maybe you can see what I mean. If I do that, can you see her now? Well, if you can't, then I'm going to draw it. All right, so she looks like an old-fashioned student from like a European boarding school. Something like about what she's wearing makes me think of that. Like in Madeleine. But she's an elephant. She's a little elephant girl. Okay, so I'm just sketching out the shape of the head. Probably don't see it yet. That's just the shape of the head. Because she's got this great expression. I want to get the way her head is. Okay, and the ear overlaps. On top of that. Her ear is more of a square shape than like a real elephant ear. And when I do this, I don't have to make it exact. I'm going to have to change it a little bit so you can see it better. So I'm really using what's there and then adding things to it. So that trunk is pretty big. Can you see that trunk? And it goes up high. I don't know if she's crying or yelling. I think she looks kind of upset about something. And there's her. Getting the shape a little wrong. She looks like she's laughing the way I'm drawing it. So, yeah, that mouth goes really low. So now maybe some of you who didn't see it, maybe some of you are starting to see it. You're saying, oh, now I get it. Now I see what he meant. And, you know, I might need to add some things to make it into the drawing that I want to draw. Let's see. She's really, that mouth goes really low. And she's got a little hat. Little cap. That's kind of what makes it, gives her an old-fashioned look to me. I can erase this line now. So the ear is really overlapping. And the hat looks like it's got some kind of feather on it or some kind of decorative thing. And her eyebrows all the way up. And then her eyes down here. She's got some little eyelashes. And then she's even got this little shape for her cheek underneath. And once you have your drawing started, you can add little details. That maybe aren't in your found thing. But I like to use as much as I can. And she's got this little coat. Something like that. You can add color. If you've got any kind of colored pencils or markers. So there's my little crying girl, elephant boarding school girl. All right, and let's try one more. This is so much fun. Now I'm going to show you, well, this one's an easy one. It's some kind of bird or pterodactyl. Can you see that face over there? Okay. I'm going to show you one of my favorites. Oops, didn't mean to do that. My caveman guy. And I'm going to get rid of this. And here's my caveman. He might be a little hard to see right now, but I'll draw him too. So I'll put a circle around him. Now the caveman is there's really two things happening here. Well, there's three, because part of it is a caveman. His hair could be a wizard. And then there's another elephant coming out of him. Yes! Having a lot of fun with remote learning. All right, so here he is. Here's my caveman. I'm going to sketch him out quick. He could almost be like a hippie. He's got a giant nose. You can't even see his eye. He's got a really big nose. It's very cartoony. Seeing him? Is anybody seeing him? Or are you all just scratching your head, trying to figure out what I might be talking about? I really like the expression in his mouth. I want to get it as close as I can. It's just this. Then he has no chin. He's kind of grumpy. And his hair. And there we go. So there he is. Not sure. I can't really see what he'd be wearing. See a little bit of his front of his body. I don't really see anything that looks like an arm. Yeah, there's no arm there. Maybe you can see something. happens sometimes. Sometimes I'm touching something that makes the color turn white. So there he is. And now on the other side of him is, since this is so much fun, now I'll show you the wizard guy on the other side of him. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Okay, so here is the wizard guy. And here, let me just make a better. So the wizard guy is just this part. Can you see him? Here he is. It's just the outline of his face. He's got a funny little nose. See, those little shapes down there could be his eye. And maybe he's more like a gnome. There he is. Okay, I could go on and on because there's so many pictures in this ceiling. But I think you get the idea. So look around you. If there's nothing really obvious, you can always crumple up a piece of paper or just get some fabric and crumple it up and see which shapes you get in there. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you can find. It might take a little while. Sometimes you have to look at something for a while and turn it different ways. Like this is after many, many evenings looking up at this ceiling. Little by little, I saw these things. I didn't see them all at once. So, you know, take your time. Just kind of let your mind wander as you look at these shapes, and little by little, you'll recognize things. Okay, so I really want to see what you come up with. You can use whatever you want to draw this. You could draw it with marker or pencil or colored pencil, whatever you've got. Okay, guys, so hope you're all feeling well and keeping busy, and enjoy yourselves. Okay, bye-bye.